Good afternoon, guys. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Hello, Mr. Davy. How are you? Are you fine?
I'm fine, teacher.
Are you ready for the class? Yes? Hello, Avi. Hello, Kenya. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Kenya. So, guys, we're going to start with the class. But tell me first, what did we study last class? What was the last topic that we studied? What was the last one? Fue el último tema que estudiamos, jóvenes. ¿Alguien que me pueda decir? Who?
Reflexive pronoun, teacher.
Excellent, Mr. Davy. Reflexive pronouns, right? So, today we're going to start with a new topic, zero conditional. There are 4 types of conditionals, but today we're going to study the zero conditional, right? So guys, we're going to start with this, zero conditionals. Let's see. So, zero conditionals. First, we're going to study what is a conditional. So, what is the conditional sentence? A conditional sentence is based on the word if. There are always 2 parts to a conditional sentence. One part beginning with if to describe a possible situation, and the second part which describes the consequences. If is the most frequent expression, guys, in the if clauses, but other expressions are also possible, like even if, provide that, unless, etc. Right? You can find out many words that you can use with conditionals. But in this case, we're going to study only if, ¿ok? Vamos a estudiar las condicionales solo con if por el momento, ¿ok? Entonces, ¿qué nos dicen las condicionales? Nos ayuda a describir una posible situación. La primera parte con el if, ¿verdad? Luego, la otra parte describe la consecuencia de la primera acción. Entonces, estas serían las conditionals. For example, if it rains, we'll get wet, right? If you notice here, the first one, that is if, right? Then you need to write down the subject, a verb, and comma. When you start with if, right? You need to write down that comma, and then you need to write down the consequence of the other sentence, right? We can also invert the 2 parts of a conditional sentence so that the if part comes second, and this is especially common in questions. También podemos nosotros intercambiar las oraciones. No es necesario que comencemos con if, sino que con la otra oración. Pero usualmente se utiliza esta forma más que todo en preguntas. For example, what will you do if you miss the train? If you notice here, what will you do? Right? 1. Then if you miss the train. Si se fijan ustedes en este ejemplo, tenemos la oración con la conditional if, ¿verdad? Después, so what will you do if you miss the train? Y aquí no necesitamos la coma, ¿verdad? Or how can you finish the project if you don't have a computer? What happens if the students don't pass an exam, right? Entonces, acá we switch, right? The conditional, right? The first sentence with if, it will be at the end, right? So, there are 4 types of conditional sentences. The zero conditional, that is the one that we're studying right now. Also, we're going to study next the second conditional. Oh, that will be the next one. Then the first conditional, and also the third conditionals. Al principio les dije que habían 4 formas de conditionals. Ahorita nosotros nos vamos a enfocar en the zero conditional. Luego vamos a ir estudiando cada una de estas, ¿verdad? The first conditional, the second conditional, the third conditional, right? So, zero conditionals. The zero conditionals are used for facts that are generally true and do not change. It refers to a general situation that always happened. For example, in the rules of a game, if a condition is met, the condition always has the same result, right? ¿Qué nos indica? La zero conditional, right? Lo utilizamos para hechos que generalmente son verdad y no cambian. The zero conditional uses the present simple in the if clause and in the main clause. En este caso, jóvenes, vamos a utilizar el presente simple en las dos oraciones. En la oración que utilicemos con if clause y la siguiente oración que sea la main clause, o sea, la oración principal. For example, zero conditionals are also known as type zero conditional, general truth, general rule. Ven que las cero condicionales, ¿verdad? También son conocidas como type zero conditionals. You can find out that in some text or in other rules, right? So, examples. If plus condition, result, right? If you leave ice in the sun, it melts. Fíjense bien en la estructura de esta oración. Primero tenemos la if clause, ¿verdad? Hemos iniciado la oración con if. Entonces, if you leave the ice in the sun, necesitamos una coma y luego vamos a escribir the main clause, ¿verdad? It melts. ¿Es esto verdad? Si tú dejas un pedazo de hielo en el sol, se va a derretir. Entonces tenemos la condición. Si tú haces esto, tenemos este resultado. Entonces, fíjense bien en la estructura. If, si comienzan la oración con if, ¿verdad? Van a utilizar coma cuando termine esta oración y luego van a empezar con la main clause. So, the condition is if you leave ice in the sun. As I told you before, right? You have this, the condition. Si tú dejas hielo en el sol, what is going to happen? We need the result here. So, this is an if clause because it begins with if, you know that, right? And the result, the ice melts. But to avoid repeating the word ice, we use the pronoun it, so we say it melts, right? Igual acá podemos hacer esto para evadir repetición, ¿verdad? Para no decir de nuevo hielo, ¿verdad? Utilizan o reemplazan ustedes la palabra con el pronombre, ¿verdad? It melts. Si ustedes se dan cuenta, en estas dos oraciones, ambas están en presente simple y así deben utilizarlas. Las dos oraciones van a estar en presente simple cuando estén utilizando ustedes zero conditional, right? So, if you stand in the rain, you get wet. So, look at this. If you stand in the rain, that is the condition, right? So, you get wet. the result. If you notice here, this sentence starts with the if clause, right? If you stand in the rain, comma, then you're going to write down the main clause, right? You get wet. That is the result, right? So, if you put water in the freezer, it becomes ice. Here you are starting the sentence with if, right? Then you put water in the freezer, that is the same sentence. Then, comma, don't forget the comma here, it becomes ice, right? Also, we can change the position of these sentences if you want. First, you can write down the result or the main clause, right? It could be, it becomes ice if you put water in the freezer. Si ustedes decidieran cambiar la posición de estas dos oraciones e iniciar con la main clause, que sería it becomes ice, ¿verdad? Pueden comenzar mayúscula, it becomes ice, y luego la palabra if, sin necesidad de coma. Sería, it becomes ice if you put water in the freezer, period, right? Solo van a utilizar la coma cuando ustedes inicien la oración con if, ¿verdad? Si ustedes inician la oración con la main clause, ustedes ya solo van a colocar if sin coma, ¿verdad? So pay attention to that, right? So, we have a Z in the order of if clause, comma, main clause, which is the condition result. Es lo que les decía anteriormente, ¿verdad? ¿Cuál era la estructura principal? If clause primero, luego la coma, luego la main clause o la oración principal, ¿verdad? Entonces, eso es condition plus result. Condición más el resultado. Example, if you stand in the rain, the condition, you get wet, the result. Yes? So, what is missing here? The comma, right? So, if you stand in the rain, comma, you get wet. So, the condition, if, and the result, you get wet, right? A comma is necessary between the two clauses. En lo que les decía, la coma es muy importante en este caso, en medio de las dos oraciones. But, result plus if plus condition, this is different. We can also change the order of the sentence and have the main clause, the result, before the if clause, the condition. Acá está cuando lo cambiamos, vean, la forma inversa. Primero el resultado, luego la oración con if, ¿verdad? Y la condición, ¿verdad? So, in this case, we don't need a comma. Acá no vamos a necesitar coma. For example, you get wet if you stand in the rain, right? Vean, comenzamos con la main clause, el resultado, ¿verdad? Te vas a mojar, luego if, vamos a iniciar con la if, acá no necesitamos coma, ¿verdad? Sino que if you stand in the rain, si tú te paras bajo la lluvia, si te paras en la lluvia. Tenemos result en if and then the condition, right? Entonces, sí podemos hacer este cambio, ¿verdad? We can switch the sentences, but we have to pay attention to this. The comma here, cuando comencemos con if, siempre vamos a colocar coma y luego la main clause o la oración o the result o el resultado, ¿verdad? Si lo hacemos de la forma inversa, primero el resultado, luego la palabra if y la condición, ¿verdad? Aquí no necesitaríamos coma, right? For example, if you put water in the freezer, it becomes ice, right? This is if clause, then you have the main clause. So in this case, you need write the comma here. But you can change it. Water becomes ice if you put it in the freezer, right? So this is the other way, right? First, the result, then the if clause. You don't need a comma here, right? Si ustedes se fijan acá, vean ambas oraciones, tenemos la que comienza con if y necesitamos coma en medio de las dos para separar las dos oraciones, y tenemos la otra opción donde comenzamos con el resultado, colocamos if separando las dos oraciones y luego colocamos la condicional, ¿verdad? En este caso, if you put it in the freezer, right? Another example, if I drink coffee at night, comma, it takes me a long time to fall asleep, right? If we want to change the structure, we can say, it takes me a long time to fall asleep. That is the result. Then you're going to write down, if I drink coffee at night. In that case, you don't need the comma. So pay special attention to the structure, right? This is very important, guys. So you must pay attention to this. So, if and when. We can often use when instead of if. And it has the same meaning. For example, if you keep milk in the fridge, it lasts longer. Or you can say, when you keep milk in the fridge, it lasts longer. The result is always the same. One thing, a condition, always leads to another, a result. Son exactamente lo mismo, ¿verdad? El significado es exactamente igual. Ustedes pueden encontrar oraciones con went, ¿verdad? Y es una condicional. De igual forma, nosotros nos hemos enfocado, nos vamos a enfocar un poco más con la palabra if. Pero también sean conscientes que en algún momento ustedes pueden encontrar una condicional que comienza con went y que tiene el mismo significado que if, ¿verdad? Siempre es un resultado, sería el mismo, ¿verdad? Tenemos una condición, luego nos va a dar un resultado. Entonces es exactamente lo mismo. Solo que nosotros nos vamos a enfocar un poco más con la palabra if, ¿verdad? But that is important. So, if you leave ice in the sun, it melts. You can say, when you leave ice in the sun, it melts. You have condition, result. Condition, result. Right? ¿Qué pasa si dejamos hielo en el sol? Se derrite. Yes? Entonces tenemos condición, resultado. When you leave ice in the sun, cuando tú dejas hielo en el sol, lo mismo. It melts. Se derrite. Entonces siempre tenemos el mismo resultado, ¿verdad? So guys, I don't know if you have questions. Is it clear for you the use of zero conditional? Or do you have questions? ¿O tienen preguntas?
Yes, teacher.
¿Está claro? Perfecto. So guys, we're going to do first activity, and I want you to all of you participate, please, right? So I will share that exercise with you. Sorry. Let's see. Here have these. Choose the beginnings of the sentences to complete the text, right? There you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will write down the numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So also you have here, right, 5 sentences with the if conditional, right? So there you have here the result. So you have to choose the best beginning to these sentences, right? For example, if we say this, it can be heard over 5 miles away. Which could be the best beginning for this sentence? Tú puedes oírlo por 5 millas de lejos, ¿verdad? Entonces nos vamos a leer las oraciones. If a lion joins a group of other lions, ¿puedes escucharlo? No, that is not okay. If lions go hunting, si los leones van de caza, ¿se pueden escuchar? No, ¿verdad? If a lion roars, yes, right? El rugido de un león. So, if a lion roars, right? It can be heard over 5 miles away. So we have the condition and then the result, right? If clause, main clause, right? If you want to say it like that, right? So guys, tienen 4 oraciones más. Deben elegir la mejor if clause para cada uno de estos resultados que tienen ahí, ¿ok? You have 1 minute. 1 minuto. Think about the answer, right? Then help me and we're going to check the answers together. 1 or 2 minutes, right? So, work. Elija la mejor if clause para cada una de esas oraciones, ¿verdad? You have 2 minutes. 2 minutos, chicos. Work. Okay, guys. Let's try to answer these sentences, right? So, a volunteer who wants to do the number 2. Who wants to? A volunteer? Yes? Who wants to, guys? The number 2. There are 11.
Me, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Goodwin, thank you. Tell me.
If a lion joins a group of other lions,
Excellent. If a lion joins, right, a group of other lions, right, it usually stays with them for 3 years. Very good. So we have here the if conditional, right? Then the result. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Goodwin. What about 3? Who wants to try the number 3? Number 4, Mr. David. 3, Mr. Freddy, I guess. Okay. Okay, Mr. Freddy? Tell me.
Hello, teacher. If lion go hunting.
Go? Uh-huh.
Go hunting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Excellent. If lions go hunting, right? They work in teams. Excellent. Very good, Mr. Freddy. So we have the conditional, then the result, right? So, excellent, Mr. Freddy. Thank you. What about number 4, Mr. Davy? Number 4?
If lions are a team, they establish their territory.
Oh, I guess that's different. So, ¿cómo podría un león establecer su territorio, chicos? Siendo o sea, estando activo o usando marcas. Which would be the if clause there. So I guess that is the other one, Mr. Davy. In that case, if male, right, lions use scent marking, right, They establish their territory. So that will be the correct one, Mr. Davy. So thank you. And the last one, it
Okay,
is
teacher.
okay. Nice. If lion, right? Lions are active. It is usually at night. Bueno, usualmente si los leones están activos, despiertos, andan merodeando por ahí, ¿verdad? Usualmente es por la noche. Okay? So, let's do the other ones. Here we have almost the same exercise, just the endings of the sentence to complete the test. In this case, we're going to write or to choose the result, the opposite, right? En este caso tenemos ya la if clause. Ustedes van a elegir el resultado. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutos de nuevo, chicos. Trabajen. Elijan el resultado o el final de cada una de esas oraciones. Okay, guys, let's try to answer those sentences. So, who wants to do the number 1? There you have. If lions rub each other's head, which will be the answer here? ¿Algún voluntario? ¿O prefieren que asigne?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Goodbean, thank you. Tell me. If lions rub each other's head. Do you know rub? Frotar, ¿verdad? Rub.
If lions rub each other's heads, they show their affections.
Perfect. They show their affection. Excellent. Very good, Mr. Goodwin. Right? We have the if clause, then the result. Excellent. Thank you. What about number 2? Abigail, would you like to help me with the number 2? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
2. If any strange male try to enter their territory, lions fight them off.
Excellent. Lions, right? Fight them off. Perfect. So, the condition, the result. If you notice here, we need the comma, right? There you have a comma and a comma, right? So, if any strange males try to enter their territory, lions fight them off. Very good. Thank you, Avi. What about 3? Who wants to try number 3? Volunteer? Miss Wendy? No? Okay, Mr. Freddy, thank you. Tell me.
The number 3, if lion start fire, the loser often dies.
Excellent. The loser often dies. Perfect. Very good, right? Oh, there's loser, right? So if lions start fighting, the loser often dies. That's terrible, but that happened, right? So, condition, result. Excellent. What about number 4, Karen? Would you like to help me?
If cubs are born, they are blind for 6 days.
Excellent. They are blind. Do you know blind? Ciegos, ¿verdad? For 6 days. Perfect. Very good, Karen. So, the if clause, the result, right? Perfect. So, if calves are born, do you know calves, cachorros in that case, they are blind for 6 days. So, okay, Miss Tania, do you like to participate? Okay, let's see. They have to leave their mothers Perfect, Miss Tanya, excellent. So, if male calves are 2 years old, they have to leave, right? Their mothers. Perfect, very good. Oh, leave. Oh my God, right? Leave. So, if male calves are 2 years old, they have to leave their mothers. So, condition, result. And don't forget here you need what? Comma, right? Comma and comma, right? So, what about in this case? Again, if and then comma, comma, comma and comma and comma, right? Don't forget that structure, right? So let's do another one. Let's do another exercise, guys. There you have this. It says make 0 conditional sentences with the words in brackets. There you have, let me share the example. It says if the temperature, there is the if clause, there you have between parentheses ice, 0, below, be, turn into, and water, right? So you're going to use these words to write down the result. For example, if the temperature is below 0, comma, water turns into ice, right? Entonces, ¿qué hicimos? Utilizar las palabras que tenemos entre paréntesis para completar la if clause y luego escribir el resultado, the main clause. Esto es lo que van a hacer, jóvenes. ¿Ok? So, let me assign sentences. Let's see. It could be the first one, Mr. Goodwin, Abigail, Mr. Freddy, Miss Wendy. I guess Miss Wendy is there, but I'm not sure. Mr. Davy, Karen. Who else here, right? Mr. Miguel. I guess Emmanuel is here. Miss Tanya. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have another, right? Oh, Kenya. Kenya. Sorry, I write it down with the Kenya. Oh my God, what happened here? Kenya, right? And I guess Emmanuel is not here, so Mr. Goodwin again. So guys, I want you to work in these sentences. I don't know if I can do it. Okay. Igual, si lo ven muy pequeño, chicos, pueden ustedes hacerle zoom ahí en su celular, ¿verdad? I want you to work in these sentences. Realicen las oraciones. Ven, ahí tienen que empezar desde la if clause. A veces van a comenzar con el resultado y luego la if clause, ¿verdad? Dependiendo de el inicio de la oración que ustedes tengan, ¿verdad? So, work, guys. You're going to have around, let's see, 5 minutes. 5 minutos para que realicen las oraciones. Y luego las vamos a chequear todos juntos, ¿ok? So, work in your sentence. En todo caso, ustedes solo tienen una cada uno, so 4 minutes, 4 minutos creo que es más que suficiente. Solo Mr. Goodwin que tiene ahí 2, ¿verdad? Pero bueno, trabajen. If you need more time, just tell me. Do you have questions, Mr. Goodwin? No?
more soon the vision, please.
Sí, Mr. Goodwin, quisiera hacerlo más grande, pero creería yo que no van a poder ver todas las oraciones. ¿Vean? Bueno, creo que sí. Ahí sí, las ven todas, solo que no pueden ver el ejemplo. Is it gray now? Yes. ¿Está mejor? ¿Un poco mejor?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, nice. So, okay guys, let's try to answer those sentences. What about the number 1, Mr. Goodwin? Which could be the answer here?
If the water turn hot, it evaporate.
Hot? You don't have the word there, Mr. Goodwin. So, what about if we change that? If you heat, do you know heat? Hervir, right? If you heat the water, oh, yeah, water, comma, what is going to happen? It evaporate, right? So, heat, water, that is the condition, then it, ¿qué va a pasar si nosotros hervimos mucho el agua? Se va a evaporar, right? Entonces tenemos la condición y el resultado de esa acción, right? So, thank you, Mr. Goodwin. So just check that one, right? Fix it. What about this one, Abby?
Number 2.
Yes.
I take a pill if I have a headache.
Perfect. I take a pill if I have a what? A headache, right? Headache. Okay. Yo voy a tomarme una pastilla si yo tengo dolor de cabeza. Entonces, first the result. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Tomarme una pastilla. Then the condition, if I have a headache, right? Excellent, perfect, Javi, thank you. What about this one, Mr. Freddy? Number 3.
Kim B cannot sleep
Kim cannot
if
sleep. Excellent. If,
if she
if
be
she
stressed.
stressed. Excellent. If she be stressed. Perfect, right? There you have, there you have the result. Kim cannot sleep. No puede dormir si ella está estresada, right? So there is the if, the condition, right? So Kim cannot sleep if she be stressed. Perfect. Very good, Mr. Freddy. What about this one, Miss Wendy? Are you there, Miss Wendy? No? Yes?
Number 4.
Yes, number 4, Miss Wendy.
If travel, okay. If travel by bus, I feel sick.
Yes, you just missed the subject, right? If I travel by bus, comma, don't forget the comma, I feel sick, right? Excellent. So there you have the condition. If I travel by bus, comma, right? I feel sick. That will be the result. Excellent. Perfect, Miss Wendy. What about this one, Mr. Davy? Yes.
Okay, teacher. If you use internet, need the device.
Okay then. we're going to change it a little bit, right? If you need, look, if you need advice, there's with Z, right? Advice, comma, you, right? Or use, we don't have another you, right? So use the internet, right? So if you need, right, advice, use the internet. So there you have the if clause, then the result, use the internet. Or you can write you need to use it, or you have to use the internet, but in this case use the internet, right? So nice, just fix it, Mr. David, thank you. What about this one, Karen? Our kids.
Okay.
Nice, Mr. David.
Our kids not watch TV if they read books.
Okay, just try to change like the meaning. There's our kids, right? Read books if they don't, right? Watch TV, right? So, si nuestros niños leen libros si ellos no ven televisión, right? So the result and then the condition, right? So just try to fix that, Karen. Thank you. What about this one, Mr. Miguel Cuellar? Would you like to help me?
If you take to all, it shares the battery.
Okay, let's try to change that one, right? If you, what? Charge the battery, right? Comma, don't forget it. It takes 2 hours. 2 hours, right? So, if you charge the battery, si tú cargas la batería, tomará 2 horas. So, that is the condition and then the result, right? If you charge the battery, comma, it takes 2 hours, right? So, thank you, Mr. Miguel. Just try to fix it, right? Okay, what about Miss Tanya? Let's see. Miss Tanya. If I be sad, I feel alone. Let's change that, Miss Tanya. You can say, if I am alone, you know, solo, si yo estoy solo, I feel sad. Si yo estoy solo, yo me siento triste. Entonces, the condition, the result, Miss Tanya, right? So, if I am alone, I feel sad. Just try to change that, Miss Tanya. So, very good. Thank you. Kenya, my sister.
My sister, her not make up, never. If I get up.
Okay. Let's try to change that. First, there you have my sister. Never. Look at that. Never gets up, right? If I don't wake her up, right? Mi hermana nunca se levanta si yo no la despierto, ¿verdad? Entonces tenemos el resultado y luego la condición. ¿Ok, Kenia? So try to fix it. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kenia. What about the last one, Mr. Goodbean? Plants. Or real plants.
Plants die if you not water them.
Perfect. Plants died if you don't water them. Very, very good, right? So you have there the result. They died if you don't water them. Si ustedes no las riegan, ellas mueren, right? So there you have the sentences, guys. You want to take a picture of it. There you have it, right? I don't know if you have questions or comments. ¿Tienen preguntas? ¿Está claro la zero conditional, guys? Creería yo que necesitamos hacer una práctica más, ¿verdad? Aún hay algunos problemas a la hora de elegir, ¿verdad? ¿Qué sería el resultado o cuál sería la condición? Entonces la próxima clase, de igual forma, vamos a seguir haciendo ejercicios de la zero conditional, right? So guys, I don't know if you have questions. No? Any questions? ¿Tienen preguntas o todo está claro? Yes?
No question.
No questions? Okay, perfect.
No teacher.
Thank you. So guys, if you don't have questions, comments, see you next class. Take care and have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye teacher.
Bye-bye. Take care. See you. Bye.
Bye teacher.
Bye, Kenya. Take care. Bye-bye, Miss Tanya. Bye-bye, Mr. Freddy. See you.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye.